is a most moving story of a boy of 16 who lived in Frankfurt and was the son of a retired civil servant, a well-known engineer and prominent Protestant layman. Johann was a quiet and rather diffident boy, with a great deal more interest in scholarship than in sport. He was extremely clever, and had inherited his father's love of reading. His parents were strongly anti-Nazi, but decided they would not forbid their children to join the local Hitler Jugend groups if they wished. In fact, said his father, I am quite sure in the end Johann will disagree as much as I do when he sees what it all means, but he had far better discover that for himself. In the meantime, it will do him no harm to go on their marches and to their camps, for he does not take enough outdoor exercise and works too hard. As you see, he does not look strong. At first, Johann used to talk about the Hitler Jugend and what they were doing, and seemed very happy. He had taken great interest in being asked to help lead a study group on German colonial demands, as all the boys in this and many other schools were being specially trained in this. But by degrees, Johann became more silent. He had obviously discovered that the Nazi master who was in charge of his study group was more concerned with propaganda than with truth. He had, in fact, been to a public library and had looked up many things about the British Empire and found how much of the stuff they were being taught was both unjust and untrue. Then in November 1938 came the terrible attack on the Jews. Late one winter evening, Johann was on his way home from school with some of his friends and had seen some helpless old Jews being beaten up in the street by some young SS men. Most of his schoolmates had joined in and jeered. Johann arrived home looking deadly pale and saying he did not want any supper, shut himself up in his room. It was very hard to watch him after that, went on his father. We would never discuss anything with him, but we knew there was a terrible conflict in his mind about it all. Up to now he had always hoped to stay an extra year at school, but now he gave us hints, though without saying why, that he would like to leave soon. It was quite obvious that he was very unhappy, but we decided that unless he discussed it with us or the pastor, we would say nothing. He looked ill, and for the first time in his life he began to stutter.